Welcome to our thought-provoking video, Urban Farming versus Traditional Agriculture, which is more sustainable? As we increasingly focus on sustainability and food security, the comparison between these two types of farming methods has never been more relevant. In this discussion, we will delve deep into the pros and cons of each farming type, explore their environmental impacts and evaluate some economic, health and community factors. Join us as we break down the complexities of modern agriculture and seek a path towards a more sustainable future. 1. Understanding urban farming. Urban farming is an innovative approach that brings food production into the heart of cities. It's like having a little green oasis amid the concrete jungle. The idea is simple: grow your fruits and vegetables in empty urban spaces. This might be on rooftops, abandoned lots, or even vertical spaces. What's amazing is, you don't need acres of land to start a garden. Urban farming emphasizes small-scale operations, making it accessible to nearly anyone. The focus is often on growing crops that can be used within the community, reducing the need for transportation and packaging. 2. The roots of traditional agriculture. Traditional agriculture has been the backbone of food production for centuries. This form of farming usually takes place in rural areas, where vast fields are dedicated to growing crops and raising livestock. While it often relies on tried and true methods, it's also heavily reliant on machinery, fertilizers, and water. Traditional farming is known for producing large quantities of food, which are then shipped to various markets. Over time, this method has evolved, incorporating technology to boost productivity, but still maintains the essence of working with the earth. 3. Space utilization. Urban versus rural space is a critical consideration when comparing these two farming methods. Urban farming maximizes the limited space available in city environments. Through techniques like vertical farming and hydroponics, urban farmers can grow a considerable amount in a tiny area. In contrast, traditional agriculture requires expansive fields to cultivate crops efficiently. The rural settings where these farms are located offer the space needed. However, with urban populations growing, the efficient use of small spaces is becoming increasingly critical. 4. Environmental impact considerations. Environmental sustainability is a key factor when examining urban farming and traditional agriculture. Urban farming practices typically use fewer resources, such as water and fertilizer. These systems often recycle nutrients and employ composting methods. On the other hand, traditional agriculture can sometimes result in significant environmental impacts due to the use of pesticides and heavy machinery. These practices can lead to soil degradation and water pollution. Yet, traditional farms have made strides in adopting more eco-friendly practices over time. 5. Economic factors and food security. Economic viability and food security are crucial in determining sustainability. Urban farming can enhance food security by providing fresh produce directly in urban settings. It creates job opportunities and stimulates local economies. Additionally, food is grown closer to where it's consumed, reducing transportation costs. For traditional agriculture, the scale of production can make it more economically robust due to its efficiency in producing large quantities. However, it is also subject to market fluctuations, which can impact farmers' livelihoods significantly. 6. Community engagement and accessibility. Urban farming often fosters community interaction. People engage with the spaces, participate in tending gardens, and learn about growing food. It can strengthen community bonds and educate people on sustainable practices. Traditional agriculture, while crucial for community sustenance, tends to have less direct community involvement unless it's a community farm. Urban farming, therefore, becomes a tool for social engagement, providing a platform for people to connect over shared interests and goals. 7. Innovative farming techniques. Urban farming utilizes cutting-edge techniques that are quite different from traditional methods. Systems like hydroponics, aquaponics, and aeroponics are increasingly popular. These methods don't rely on soil and are highly efficient in water usage. They allow for continuous crop production, regardless of weather conditions. Traditional agriculture, while adopting some innovations, primarily relies on soil-based crops and the natural growing season. Yet, it's these traditional crops that form a significant part of the world's food supply and continue to feed large populations. 8. Food quality and health benefits. Quality and health considerations are different in urban farming versus traditional agriculture. Urban farms often produce organic, fresh produce with direct access for local consumers. These farms can offer a higher degree of transparency, so consumers know exactly where their food comes from. In traditional agriculture, the food produced might go through several processes before reaching consumers. Despite this, traditional farming provides a diverse array of food options essential for varied diets and global consumption.